day, we have to make real hay with this thing. And just so that you know, at that time, 6 years ago, our company was doing $1 million a month in annuity collections. Within 3 weeks, I was telling Mike, within 3 weeks, and at that time, maybe only 50 of our agents even figured out what it was, you know, because we had the, you know, online training and phone sessions and all that stuff. Within 3 weeks, we tripled our annuity production. Within 6 months, we went from $1 million in annuity collections to $10 million in annuity collections. Now, am I saying that 100% of that was tuition rewards? Absolutely not. However, some of it was. For whatever reason, after about 7 months, at least the first 7 months that I was with the company, Great American decided that they were not going to have their affiliation anymore with Sage Scholars. I couldn't really figure that out. It's very expensive. We spend a ton of money on this program. It's the biggest expenditure that we'll make as a company. To me, we'll get it back 20 times over. So you're just stupid not to be involved in it. Anyway, what this is this is the biggest game changer ever for several reasons. Okay, I remember the day that we finalized the contract. And at the time that we worked for Great American Senior Benefits, this only applied to annuities. Just so that you know, I've negotiated a plan so that Medicare supplements are included, long-term care policies are included, final expense insurance is included, any cash value life insurance is included, as well as annuities, okay? About 2 days or 3 days after we're sitting around making this contract finalized, I get my newspaper. As I mentioned, I'm on the road a lot. So every morning in most hotels that I'm at, Hampton Inn or wherever, I have a USA Today. On the front page of USA Today, and we sent these to your office, you'll be getting these, okay, or some of you may already have it. There was an article, okay, almost as if I had bought the USA Today for a day and decided what to have them put in there. Because this is just the way that it looked too. Front page, USA Today. On the left side, top youth concern paying for college. So the biggest stressor for young people between 14 and 23 is, how am I ever going to pay for college? That was a sampling of 1,500 kids, so it's very, very accurate. The same newspaper article next to it, on the same front page, it says life's good for older Americans. Despite national gloom, seniors are largely content, optimistic, and financially secure. So on the one hand, you have the biggest stressor of our marketplace's grandchildren being paying for college, and on the other hand, having our marketplace that, for the most part, is not participating in the recession. To me, it's a beautiful thing. However, the financial climate out there is such that most people can't just write a check for 80 grand and hand it to their grandchildren, because it's just so uncertain. You know, they don't know if they're going to make it through a prolonged retirement, let alone trying to give a ton of money to their grandchildren, nieces, nephews, etc. You with me? What if there was a mechanism where, while people take care of their own financial needs, with annuities, with long-term care insurance, with Medicare supplements, with life insurance policies, simultaneously they could get credits put aside for their children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, etc., to pay for college tuition. Is that a home run, or is it just me? Okay, to me it's the biggest home run ever. I've explained this to so many couples, they go out of their mind. They go out of their mind. And then not 80% of them, 100% of them. They go out of their mind that because of your affiliation as an agent with Cornerstone Wealth Management and American Senior Benefits, you have access to tuition rewards. It's unbelievable. It's a home run and a half. Okay? Let me just go through with you what tuition rewards is. Okay? I asked Mr. Bankowski if he would make us a copy, and I'd like you to see the client guide that we made up. By the way, I want to give you guys full disclosure. I wrote this client guide, and my wife, okay, I'm on page 2, just so that you know, my wife beautiful, master's degree, very educated, kind of comical what she and I taught. In fact, we don't. Okay. She's like way too smart for that. She's very, okay. And I really give her grief because I say, you know, how's it, you know, I don't really want to talk to someone who's unarmed. You know, whenever I say that to her, she goes, you know, completely out of her mind. But anyway, she illustrated this whole thing, and I would like to give her credit for illustrating. My wife Nina did that, and she's done a couple of great things for our company. She set up our electronic licensing deal, the whole thing from scratch, without knowing anything except some guy in India that she could talk to about building it. So that was pretty cool. But anyway, this is the tuition rewards client guide, and I just want to run through this with you so that you'll have a little idea of what this is and how powerful it is, at least in my opinion. And I want to reiterate one more time, I'm not saying that from a position of theory. I'm saying it to you from a position of strength, actually seeing it happen, okay? I was telling Mike that once we found out about this at Great American Senior Benefits, as it pertained to annuity business, we had an immediate spike in our business. Then it happened about 3 months in, our company convention came along. So now I had 50 of the best people in the company, or 100 or 125, however many agents were there, as a captive audience for an hour, explaining that to them, and once they got a hold of it, they went berserk, okay? Now, the one thing that we did that's unique is instead of limiting this to annuities, we've expanded it to the entire portfolio with the exception of pure term insurance and Medicare Advantage, because I just couldn't get any more negotiation done. But anyway, follow with me a little bit. If you plan for your retirement and insurance needs through an American Senior Benefits agent, we offer Tuition Rewards, a unique tuition scholarship program that can benefit you and your loved ones. American Senior Benefits has partnered with Sage Scholars Incorporated, an education funding and information provider specializing in college savings and tuition planning, to offer Tuition Rewards. The program can provide an amazing benefit for children in your family, and the benefit costs you absolutely nothing. The price of tuition and other costs associated with attending accredited colleges or universities has grown dramatically in the past 20 years. While student loans and related aid programs are available, not all students qualify, but you can help alleviate some of the financial burden of higher education for the children in your family through Tuition Rewards, while you simultaneously protect your own future. That's the whole key to this deal.
So this is nieces and nephews as well?
That is correct.
Thank you.
Godchildren, stepsons, stepchildren, you know, etc. What is Tuition Rewards? Who'd like to read that to us? Help me out. Nice. Go ahead, young man.
It is a private college scholarship program offered in connection with fixed and fixed index annuities, cash value life insurance policies, long-term care, and Medicare supplements offered through American Senior Benefits. Tuition Rewards offers a scholarship for up to 1 full year of tuition per designated related student at participating colleges. Tuition Rewards generally count as part of their normal institutional and merit scholarships. Through your eligible plans, you earn points toward a private college fund for future generations.
Okay. Tuition Rewards points and how they work. Who'd like to tell us about that? Go ahead, young lady. Thank you.
Many credit cards offer cashback points and other rewards, so why can't an annuity or other insurance plan do the same? As of September 2012, almost 300 colleges in 45 states offered a unique tuition rewards program on their eligible plans through American Senior Benefits. Additional colleges are being added regularly. You will receive tuition reward points as follows. Each point is equal to $1 guaranteed minimum scholarship at any member college or university.
Thank you very much. So here's an illustration of how the Tuition Rewards points work. First of all, if you sell somebody an annuity, it's 5% of the annuity cash value at the end of each year. So what that means is if you sell a $100,000 annuity, they get 5,000 points. Let's say that the second year, nobody touches the money. Now the annuity is worth 103,550 points or dollars. They get 5% of that total. Add them together. The third year, they happen to take a 10% penalty-free withdrawal out of their annuity. No big deal, because whatever the value is at the end of that time, even though they took money out, they get 5% again. It's all accumulated. Let me give you an example. The reason I'm so fired up about this is when I came to Great American Senior Benefits back in the day, 6.5 years ago, I had a pension, obviously, or a 401k from my former employer. I flipped it over to an IRA with Great American. With that came 5% of my annuity's cash value. I've had the annuities in effect for 6 years. I have 128,000 points piled up on tuition rewards just for my annuities. Okay? Now what does that mean? Okay, this is strictly for private colleges and universities. I have a 34-year-old son who's an attorney in Washington, D.C. Sharp guy. He went to Cornell Law School. Happens that Cornell's not a member college right now, so nothing good would have happened there. I have a second child who's 19 years old, 19 and a half. He just went through fire college and EMT, and he's going to be a firefighter. So, what can I say? I have a 14-year-old daughter who's in 9th grade. She may end up going to a private college or university. I also became a grandparent for the first time 3 months ago. So little Caitlin up there in Washington, D.C. is now registered for tuition rewards. What's beautiful about this is 1 out of 25 or 1 out of 50 people that we register for this will ever use it. But I'm telling you, picture sitting down with a client and saying it's zero cost to you because of your affiliation with me, Cornerstone, and American Senior Benefits. This is one of the things that we offer. I'm telling you right now, dude, and dudettes, you gotta be kidding me. It's friggin' awesome. In fact, what it does is it makes private college an option for people that normally would say, under no circumstances could I ever even dream about going to a private liberal arts school up in the Northeast, which is really where I'd like to go someday. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Cash value life insurance. I thought that this was a good situation because the minimum points for a life insurance policy is 1,000. What that means is, even if you sell a final expense policy with a $3,000 face amount to somebody who's really struggling to make ends meet, they can still have the pride of being able to possibly, potentially help their grandchildren's education. Because even if you sell a little final expense policy for $388 a year, they're getting 1,000 points for that life insurance policy. I thought that was just a cool thing. So anyway, any cash value life insurance policy, universal life, term insurance, whole life, etc., you have a minimum of 1,000 first year points, a maximum of 5,000. So what that means is, let's say that you get into a huge estate planning situation, and the target premium on a universal life product that you use happens to be $8,800 a year. They're getting 5,000 points. So it works both ways, okay? But that's the way that I had to negotiate it. But we have a lot more of the smaller life insurance policies that I wanted to make sure people got a minimum of 1,000 points on than we do those gigantic points, or gigantic policies. See what I mean? Mm-hmm. Okay? So anyway, in the first year, it's between 1,000 and 5,000 points. At the end of year 2, another 1,000 points, and every year that the policy persists, 1,000 points.
Doesn't matter what the premiums are, it's just the
That is correct. That's correct. Okay? Now you tell me that somebody's going to come in behind you and replace your life insurance when you got people affiliated with Sage Scholars. It's just not happening. Okay?
Will they get statements every year saying, hey, this is what your accumulated points are?
They have to go. They have to go online. Well, you know, and their account is there, and it's right there. But they don't get a statement. No, they don't. It's they have to go online. They have their, you know, like the way that this works is when you deliver a policy, you're going to register them, you know, right there, right while you're in the house. They're going to put anybody that they want on there. You're also going to leave them with a client guide that shows them, if they have like a new grandchild comes into the family or something, how they just go right on there and register the kid, okay? We also give points for, and I'll get to it in a minute, for your annual reviews that you do. So, when you're there on an annual review, it gives you an excuse to do it. It gives them an excuse to see you, okay? And I just think that this has been very well thought out and something that you're really